1, 2, 3, 4. Good girl. There. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good job. Good morning. So today we're going to teach a body awareness exercise using a product made by FitPaws called Paw Pads. I really like them. And we're going to teach them to self-stack or find all 4 paw pads themselves. In 101 Dog Tricks, there is a trick where Carrie introduces these, and it's called Stacking for Confirmation in the book, I think. But she's actually putting the dog's feet on, and it's an intermediate trick. If you can get the dog to stand and stay, that's an intermediate trick. This, I think, is more of an advanced trick because these things are not real stable. Or they're pretty stable, but they have a little bit of a squish to them, and they're a weird shape and a weird texture. And teaching the dog to locate all 4 of them and get 1 foot on each of these on their own takes some skill and it takes some balance. And it's a really good core building exercise, and it also is helpful for some of your more advanced paw awareness tricks. So what we're going to do is we're going to review our rear paw target from novice, where we just had the dogs put 2 on and 2 off. And we're going to make a very target-rich environment on that rear paw target. So we're going to have 4 of these touching on the target, so that as they reach back up, they find they have to reach a little higher, and they're putting their feet on their back feet on a new novel surface. And I want you to do the back feet first for a couple of reasons. The first one is the back feet are the hard part. They don't really know where their back feet are, and learning to isolate their back feet is a really good skill for them to have. The second one is we've been practicing the tap and easy button, right? So we've been doing paw on and paw off, paw on, paw off. And that's a pretty strongly conflicting behavior. And what we want them to do is not just put one on and off, change of feet and do all of that. We want them to find one, keep their foot on it, and then find the next one and keep that foot on. So if we start with our rear feet, we start working with the hardest feet first, and we're not dealing with that tapping on and off behavior. So as they get their feet back up onto the target and they put it on here, we're just going to mark and reward every time a back foot touches the paw pad. And it can be helpful to put some duct tape on it so that they don't get kicked around, because they're pretty lightweight. After they can get both feet onto the target that's higher with these, we're just going to put these on the ground. And then we're going to reduce the number of them down to 2. Once they can know how to put both back feet on a paw pad, we're going to introduce the front paws again. And at this point, you've been feeding a lot for those keeping their feet on the paw pad, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem for them to put a front paw on and keep it there. If it is, if you find that they'll put their back feet on and stay there while you feed them all day with their back feet on them, but they come off with their front feet, just go back to your pivot disc and put this on, because they already know how to keep their feet on their pivot disc. We've been working that a lot. And just remind them that it's okay to have a foot on here. You don't have to take it immediately off. Feed do a few repetitions of food with 1 foot on, and then go back to the ground. So my experience is it's pretty easy to get 3 feet on. The 4th foot can be a challenge. And if you think about it, that's their last connection to Mother Earth. So they've got 3 feet on these precarious things, and their last foot is held on to Mother Earth for dear life. And you just want to, encourage them with maybe a little lure, either a hand target or a little food, to just shift their weight a little bit and mark any motion of that last foot leaving Mother Earth. Because that actually is the crux of the problem. It's not that they don't know how to get that last foot on, it's that they don't want to leave Mother Earth. So if you can get that 4th foot coming up, getting it onto the paw pad is super easy. If it happens to be a back foot that they've got the 2 front feet and the 1 back foot on, it can be helpful to have a partner who can just sort of scoot that last pad into a place where it's a lucky accident when it comes back down on. And then feed, regardless, once you have 4 feet on, just feed like crazy until they take a foot off. You really want to make all of the feet on here the best thing ever. And So as long as their feet are on, or until you tell them to come off, just feed. And pretty soon they'll be putting all 4 feet on. Get him. Good boy. Okay, all done.
Huge impact on people with limited access to health care. K5 News at 7 is 2 minutes away with our investigation into the gap in the system that could be letting violent crimes go unsolved. In my world, law isn't a street. Return on investment isn't the great prices only at the Great Seattle RV Show presented by WSECU. Explore more at Seattle.
See both feet at once. There's good.
This is Untitled News. It's been almost a week since contractors reached the bottom of the rescue pit to start fixing Bertha, a machine that's supposed to be a tunnel under Seattle. Now the public gets to weigh in on nearly 2 years.
So then